Recently I had a problem with a vocal that was given to me, and it felt like the S's had been de-essed a tiny bit too much. And I can't play you that vocal because that record hasn't been released yet, and even if it had been released, I wouldn't let you know. But they call that NDA in my world, non-disclosure agreement. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to do the opposite of de-essing. I was sitting here trying to figure out how to solve this problem, and I was drawing in the S's with automation and increasing them rather than bringing them down. I was adding a little top end, and then I started thinking, man, if we can de-ess, we can re-ess. So I took our old buddy, our Island compressor, Renaissance compressor, and what I did was I'm using it in an expansion mode. Now, any expander, any compressor that will allow you to expand will do this. So now I'm expanding. I've already adjusted my attack and release and threshold. And what I'm doing is, if you notice, I'm side chaining my expander. So I'm side chaining the expander. Now here's the track, this blue one. Here's the track that we're trying to increase the S's. Now the S's on this are already okay. I'm just using it for an example. This track below is a copy. Now on the track below, this guy right here, what I've done is I've filtered out everything except, looks like 8K and change. So you see this peak here. Now as you move this peak around, that's the frequency that you're going to boost automatically with the expander. So I'm doing this S just so I can show it to you. Well, you know what? Let me do this first, and then I'll show you something a little farther down the food chain here. So here's my S, normal. This is without any expansion.
6 steps in the min, 6 steps in the min, 6 steps in the min, 6 steps in the min.
Now, if I unmute this track, watch what's happening here. Now, on this particular plugin, the plugin's not important, but on this particular plugin, if I go up with my ratio, that means I'm expanding. If I go below this line, I'm compressing. So watch what's going on.
6 steps in the min, 6 steps in the min, 6 steps in the min.
Can you hear that? That's the frequency that we've chosen here, automatically adding that frequency to our track. So one more time.
6 steps in the min.
And watch right here. I'm gonna mute it.
6 steps in the min, 6 steps in the min, 6 steps in the min, 6 steps in the min.
Now check this out. I think you can hear this. I'm gonna slide this down and see if we can hear the change. If we can't, then we can't. But if we can, we can.
6 steps in the min, 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 6 steps in the min.
A little distortion, but I need the distortion so I can exaggerate the effect. Okay, I'm gonna rotate it. I'm gonna slide it now.
6 steps in the min, 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 6 steps in the min. Anyway,
it's like Chinese water torture, but you get the idea. It can be used to accent certain frequencies. It can be used a number of different ways. Probably the thing to remember the most is this little side chain allows us to do a lot of things that we might not normally be able to do otherwise. We could gate this track, the track that's the second duplicate track. Gate the track, let a hi-hat open and close that track by side chaining a gate that's controlling this track. So if our hi-hat is our vocal will go with the hi-hat because the gate is opening when the hi-hat coming in the side chain of the gate opens it. And then we could take this entire track, after that filter out everything except 1 or 2K, then we could sidechain the original track like we're doing with this compressor here, and have the output of this track. You can see this track is coming out 15. Now every time the hi-hat hit, it would add a touch more mid-range to the original track. So in a dance song or some rhythmic songs, it would give it kind of a little, the vocal, a little pulsing thing. So what I'm telling you is there's a lot of different things you can do with this technique. It's not just to fix and repair de-essers. When you can get access to the side chain, you can do lots of things. You can delay the side chain, you all do crazy stuff. All right, guys.